Hello, Sam.
Hi, Helen.
How you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah, good.
Thanks so much for chatting this evening.
Pleasure.
So, as you know, I just wanted to have a little chat with you because you've been on such an incredible journey, and for anybody who might be on a similar journey, I think it's really inspiring tale and story. So, just for anybody that's watching, I'd like to introduce the beautiful Sam Hall.
Hello.
Sam is the proud founder of MisfitClub.com and an amazing brand new online program which combines fitness, nutrition, and mindset, and that is called Misfit 360. But we'll talk more about that in a minute. What I'd love to do first of all, Sam, is go back to kind of the beginning.
Yeah.
Just before we started working together, and I'd really like to just sort of get an understanding, a recap of where you were then and what was happening.
Yeah. Okay. Back in the summer. Well, I've been working as a personal trainer for about 12 years. I had a family. I had my boy, toddler, and so I guess, and he's 2.5 years old. So I'd kind of come from having an established business. I was at the peak of my career. 5, 6 clients a day. Um, I was sort of at the maximum of where I could take that, and I was very happy with that at the time. As I say, starting a family, I had to downscale my hours because I practically couldn't do the same level of work. So I guess I was in a sort of middle ground where I was sort of thinking, right, I want to progress my career. I'm ready to. My boy is sleeping. I'm ready to stimulate my brain again and get back to doing what I love. And I had a feeling of a concept, I suppose, of an online business, and that was sort of bubbling around in my mind. But I just had no idea, one, whether it was possible, two, whether I had the confidence to do it, and three, I didn't know how. So that's when we started speaking, wasn't it?
It was. Um, so yeah, I remember that time, and I just remember thinking, "Gosh, you've got all of this wonderful stuff, and you had it all in there." And it was and that was what I was really excited about because I knew that you had this great idea, and it was just a case of just pulling it out and then kind of making it happen. So,
Yeah.
what did you find most useful in our time together?
Well, the first thing I guess was addressing my confidence because, as we've just touched on, for some reason I had just forgotten what my skills were. I didn't know whether I had the creativity. I didn't know if I could still be dynamic. And so the first thing that I needed a lot of support on was, self-belief. So we did a lot of work around that, didn't we, to begin with, and that was really powerful stuff. It was very much to do with, shifting into the right mindset, which happened quite fast, actually. The coaching that you offered me, it kind of unlocked momentum, I guess. And then we were able to start looking at the practical steps because it was the mindset that was my biggest struggle, first of all. And as soon as that was kind of dealt with, then it was practical things like how to understand who my ideal client was, the practical steps to actually creating an online business and what I needed to consider, how to think of things from the client's point of view, all the stuff that I guess I was doing a lot of this stuff intuitively when I was a personal trainer, but to create something special online that was an actual product and that I'd be marketing, I needed to have something that was really professionally polished. And touching on that, the marketing as well, that was another big thing. It was to have a solid, effective, appropriate marketing plan for what I was doing. So I guess, yeah, confidence, mindset, ideal client, and the marketing, as well as the practical steps. And that's the kind of the biggest part of what we did together, wasn't it?
Sure. Yes, and it is, lots of women that I talk to. It's just knowing those practical steps, isn't it, and how to put them in place. What would you say specifically about the sort of the marketing plan and the strategy that we talked about? And that we worked on? What do you feel was the thing that really helped you?
Well, it springs to mind straight away. It's video. The psychology behind the ideal client and who I'd be speaking to, but as soon as that was very clear in my mind, it was how to get my message across. And Helen was talking to me a lot about the power of video. I was terrified. I didn't think, I'd even be able to do that at all. However, it ended up being something that I really enjoyed doing, and it's still very new to me. I'm still doing it. It's only been a few weeks, but the effects of doing, I think, the first 3 videos, I got business from straight away. To sort of stop at this point and identify what the main marketing angle was, it was to become more visible in an authentic way and not a salesy way.
And I think for you the really important thing was was you tapping into and using your story, wasn't it?
Yeah, very much. Yes. And again, this is all stuff within me, but I needed that coaching to draw that together and help identify what part of my story would be relevant and relatable. So it wasn't a case of trying to create something that wasn't there. It was already there. I just needed to understand how I could do it.
So we'll get to that really exciting, juicy bit in a minute that you've just mentioned. But what I'd love the viewers to know more about is actually what you created, but we worked with to make happen. And the result of that in terms of your wonderful program. Tell us about that.
Okay, so so essentially I created something called Misfit 360, which is fitness, nutrition and mindset. It was to look at how to put together a website around that, and it's a 6-week course, so it was how to create a structured course that would be enjoyable and would be full of all the skills and all the lovely things that I really believed in and the practical steps. So that's what we put together. It was a 6-week online course, as I say, fitness, nutrition, mindset, and with your help, how to visually demonstrate that and display that in terms of my website as well, which you helped me with.
Cool. So what happened? We talked about a launch, and we planned a launch, and the launch happened. And what happened as a result of that?
Yeah. Okay. So launch happened, and I remember that. Well, that was about 2 weeks ago. And within the first week, in fact, it was about 3 days in, I launched. Off I went. I did a few videos, and on the 3rd day, I took the bookings. 6 bookings. 6. And I was thinking, if I get 1 within the next couple of weeks, this would have all been worth it. But I had 6 bookings for my 6-week course, and that's a big deal. So amazing. Yeah.
That's incredible. And not only that.
Well, yeah, 6 bookings then. And then I did a follow-up video yesterday. And this was just, again, a live video, just talking authentically about my story. Someone saw it. It was a 4-minute video, and I took another booking. So that's 7 bookings for my course in the last 2 weeks since launch. Amazing.
Incredible. That is amazing. And, I think the really important thing to highlight here is that you were in a place where you were ready and you took action, and yes, you required support and strategies and things like that, but you took the action and you made all of that happen.
I did, thank you, but I was stuck. Before we had our coaching, I was absolutely stuck, and I had this feeling here. I had this sort of hope and dream, and it was sort of here, and as I say, I couldn't imagine how that I could actually bring that into fruition. And so what it means to me to do that is everything, because this now feels like it's a career's worth of work, all in one course that I feel like is my best work yet, aligned with the happiest I've felt with my work yet, and the most focused and clear that I've felt with my work yet. So it's just, I can't really express how grateful I am, but how happy I am. Thank you, Helen.
We're going to have that champagne soon, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, that's, thank you so much for sharing that. Is there anything else that you wanted to, to add to what we
just 2 other things spring to mind. I forgot to mention the fact that obviously it's clear that I'm doing very well having sold these courses. Another sticking point that I had back then was I was limited with my income. My income was capped to how many people I could see. Creating something online now creates that opportunity for that to just soar. So I have to just acknowledge that, because we are talking about business and we want to be successful financially. Of course, if we're doing something that we love, to earn from that is amazing. So this now feels like You've helped me create a limitless income.
A scalable business.
Scalable business, yeah. And I remember talking about that for years. How can I do that as a personal trainer? And this really has been the answer. And finally, I just want to say that to anybody working with Helen, I wouldn't hesitate to recommend her, obviously, as I'm sure you can tell. But absolutely, if you have an idea or you have a dream, or it doesn't have to be clear, it doesn't have to be a plan. You just have to have something in your heart that says, oh, you know, I think I have something here. And then Helen will help you get it off the ground and, you know, bring it out and actually make it happen. So please, girls, go for it. Do it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Helen.
Anyone who's watching, you must have a look at Sam's course. It's absolutely incredible on misfitclub.com. I'll let you go now, Sam, but thank you so much.
It's been great to chat.
Great to speak to you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.